YouTube, Pewsily here. Yay, video! First of all, hello, Merry Christmas everyone. It's Christmas Eve as I'm recording this, so it should go up on Christmas Eve, maybe a bit late if you're in America. So yeah, Merry Christmas. Sorry for all the sort of lack of updates and things recently. I do have excuses. I just recently got a new job, so I've sort of been learning a lot of new stuff there. So basically been coming home from work every day more drained than normal, so not really in the mood to put more work in with the YouTubes. On top of that, at like locals and things, I've been trying like stupid decks. So I tried that Hieratic Fable, which I made a video for anyway, which I don't recommend playing because it dead draws a lot. And I did record some videos to put up. Like I recorded the finals of the locals last week, and it was Agents versus Machina Geargear, so it's kind of interesting to watch. But the trouble was that the Geargear player takes ages to do anything, so I was like, before I was going to put it up, I was going to see like, oh, what if I like cut down the video, and I had like half an hour worth of video recorded, and that was just 2 rounds, because the Geargear player won round 1 and 2, and then you break it down, of that 30 minutes, about 20 minutes of it is the Geargear player just thinking. He just sat there like, with like 1 card in hand, and then he'd go, I'm going to overlay now, but I don't know what for, give me a second. And then you pick up his extra deck and just start flicking through. And you decide eventually to go for Geargun X. You detach one, but then you'd have to think about what he wants to get from the deck. So basically, it was terrible to watch. So yeah, that wasn't going up. Because you know, if there's anything you want to see, just let me know. Just comment, PM me, whatever. If there's any particular content you want, any decks you want to see, anything like that, let me know. I'm not going to bite your head off for saying you want to see something. I'm the kind of guy who likes to vary it and have a lot of different stuff up, so yeah. Brother.
I'm famous, I'm famous.
He's famous. Yeah, I like to have lots of different stuff up, and I just don't want to be the kind of guy who puts up a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro videos all the time. I like to have some real life stuff as well, but if you like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro videos, then that's fine, happy to do that. But anyway, the real reason for the video is I want to discuss Dark World. So as you all know, I love the deck. And I've been really annoyed recently, and annoyed's probably a bit too strong of a word, but been sort of not happy with what a lot of people are saying about Dark World. Most noticeably, like in ARG articles and stuff. I mean, take Patrick Hoban. I'm just like looking at the article now, and like he constantly goes on about Dark World all the time, and he hates it, and it's obvious that he hates it. And he's always going on about how it's an unfair deck and how it's busted. And I mean, things like he says, oh, it's, you know, got unfair first turn plays, and you've got Drag Down to the Grave, and that Grapha covers for your mistakes and things. I'm sat there like, why don't you play it? And he's just like, because it's a terrible deck. Well, it can't be terrible and unfair, can it? So this is what's annoying me. So it came up at like a local thing as well about one guy going mental that Dark World were at tier 1 and ridiculously overpowered, and saying that, oh, it doesn't matter what you do, they'll always have Drag Down. Well, no, they won't always have Drag Down, and they're only going to play Drag Down when it suits them. You know, of course they're going to play Drag Down and hurt you, because I'm not going to play Drag Down when I've got 2 Tour Guides in my hand, am I? So it does dead draw a lot, and it can be inconsistent, and the skill is like knowing how to play out the inconsistent hands and things. So it just annoys me that people go on about how it's so overpowered, and yet if it's so overpowered, they then go to play it and then, oh no, it's a crap deck, it's so inconsistent. So there are things that I agree with. I mean, like Grapha does cover up for mistakes, so you've got, you know, the whole idea that you can afford to be sort of wasteful because Grapha's just going to come back, which is a little bit unfair. But then you've got Grapha continuously coming back, or you've got Hyperion continuously destroying, and nobody's whining about Hyperion, which I think is the better card, by the way. And then you've got the whole like card destruction is busted. I agree, card destruction is busted. I think card destruction should be banned, I think rekindling should be banned, I think ultimate offering should be banned, and I think Gateway of the Sick should be banned. That's fair. They're all sort of basically 1 card win condition, so I agree, card destruction is a retarded card, but then, to be honest, nowadays in this sort of meta, most decks have them, so it's a win condition card, basically. Then people sort of complain about what it can do first turn, and basically what it does first turn is set up a boss monster, drop a 3k beat stick. It's not really anything that Chaos Dragons and things can't do. Chaos Dragons get the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon and Light Pulsar, which in some sense is essentially like Grapha continuously coming back, only with more attack power on the field. So yeah. Then you've obviously got the whole they can set viruses and things. I'm like, well, so they're viruses. Of course, it's the same sort of thing as Drag Down. Of course, they're going to play them when it suits them. They're not going to play a virus when I'm not going to play Deck Devastation virus if you're going to not like have anything in your hand that's hit. I'm not going to play Epidemic Eradicator virus against Mermails, for instance, because they've got next to nothing to hit. Of course, I'm only going to play a card when it benefits me. So it's sort of like a lot of people are butthurt because they walked into big plays and didn't think about it properly. You just need to learn to play against it. It's that simple. And essentially, it's a good rogue deck. It's like you don't normally side for rogue because you're not likely to play them. And when you do play them, you just have to play very well because you don't have a lot to side for them. And Dark World's the same. It's like, if you're that angry about it, if you're that bitchy about Dark World, side for them. In the last regionals I went to, there were only 2 Dark World players there. So, yeah. That's basically all I've got to say about that, really. Just, I'm annoyed at the fact that all these, like, pros and things, like, oh, Dark World's such an unfair deck, but it's a really bad deck. So, let me know what you think as well. So, as I say, comment and stuff below. Let me know what you want to see, if there's anything particular you want to see, and also, yeah, what you think about Dark World. Merry Christmas!